What's up everybody, it's your man Pots and Pans. Welcome back to another episode of Real Chef Tips. Today I have a pretty quick episode for you. It is basically a response or a follow-up to last video where I basically cooked a silent stir fry for 10 minutes straight. I didn't say a word because that's what silent means. Why did I do that? Well, let's rewind a little bit. Before I recorded the video, I have an issue with myself that I get bored doing the same thing over and over. So I asked myself, why do I make these videos in the first place? And the answer was to be different. That's how you grow today's day and age. And then from there, I basically thought, well, how can I make things different this time around? How can I make this episode different and throw a little curveball in there? So I thought to myself, how can I do something differently and still provide a ton of value in the process? And when I was thinking back, I was trying to discover, like, why is this channel valuable for young cooks, beginner cooks, home cooks? And then to do that, I put myself in other people's shoes. I find that in life, no matter what I'm trying to do, come to an agreement with people, find more empathy, put yourself in other people's shoes. That was actually a pretty easy thing to do because I was once a beginner cook. I once went to culinary school and knew pretty much less than anybody else in the class, and I felt like a complete buffoon. So I thought to myself, you know, like, what really helped me learn back in the day before I knew anything? Now, part of that is, of course, practice and repetition. That's pretty much the only way you're gonna get better faster. But also reading texts, you know, things that I got from culinary school and cookbooks that I admired from different chefs and different restaurants around the country. All of those things helped, but the thing that helped me the most when I couldn't really do anything else was watching. Simply observing everyone around me, just being a complete sponge. Now, if you're just starting out in restaurants and you don't have a lot of experience, you're most often going to be delegated to either prepping, or if you do make it onto the line, it's going to be garde manger station. And garde manger is just salad and cold prep, things of that nature, things that require less skill, things that are a lot easier to prepare. Your workload isn't as heavy as it would be if you were on a hot station like saute or grill or fish or whatever. And so you're delegated there. So that's actually a really great opportunity. You don't want to just always get thrown to the wolves. You can learn a lot, but it's kind of nice to just be on that station, be chill, absorb everyone around you, because they're all better than you at that point. You're at the bottom of the totem pole. So, you know, what I would do, I would just sit around. Whenever I was done with my prep, I would just sit there, you know, or during service. If it was really busy, and I was done, I didn't have any tickets, everybody else did. If I wasn't jumping in and helping them, I would just sit and observe and shut up, telephone. What an amateur. So anytime I had this opportunity, I would just hang around and watch other cooks do their thing, or maybe watch the chefs expedite and control the entire kitchen. I would absorb as much information as possible and pay attention to the smallest little details. And then once service was over and the dust was all settled, you know, I would go up, and we were all breaking down our stations and whatnot and cleaning. I would go up to the cooks and I would say, you know, why do you do this specific way? Like, hey, why do you set up your station this way? I notice as tickets are coming in, you're marking things off and you're organizing it in a certain way. Why do you do that? Can you explain yourself? You know, it could be anything. I had a chef once that would French his bones in this very particular way. You're usually taught to French or clean the meat off of bones for presentation purposes. You're usually taught to scrape with a knife. And I had a chef who would take butcher's twine and he would tie it really tight around the bone, say like a rack of lamb, for instance. He would tie it really tight around the bone, and then he would tie the other end of the rope to the, what's this thing called? Leg. The word you're looking for, Mike, is leg. And you would simply just pull really hard on that piece of meat, and the meat would come clean off of the bone. And, you know, I just thought to myself, like, wow, that was really interesting. I've never seen anyone do that. He's the only person to this day I've ever seen do that. And, you know, my point is, that wasn't a lesson that he was trying to teach. He wasn't like trying to help me in any way. I don't even know if he ever saw me watching him at all. But because I had the time and because I was present and I made the choice and I had the intention to just sit and watch and observe people that are at a higher level than you, I pick up on these little things along the way. So I think that's really, really important. And that's the entire purpose of the last video that I posted, because it's not always about what you say, it's mostly about what you do. And if you can sit back and learn, that's the whole point of YouTube, is watching videos, right? It's watching. And I think too often we say too much. I talk way too much. I'm an over talker. I realize that. And I try to keep these videos short and concise. But sometimes, you know, you don't really have to say anything to get your point across. So if you could just sit there and watch my entire process, there's a lot that can be learned. And for that reason, I want you guys to take that and take it to heart. And this is like, I just wanted to share this story with you because I think it's very powerful. And I'm gonna actually have some follow-up videos. If you haven't watched the video I'm talking about, I will share it here. Go ahead and watch it. If you have any questions at all about the entire process, you know, why I'm prepping ingredients a certain way, why I'm cooking them in a certain order, or why I add ingredients, make sure to drop those in the comments below. I am going to do a follow-up, as I just mentioned, and it's gonna be a complete breakdown. I was gonna actually combine it with this video, but I thought that it would be way too long because this is already, you know, probably 8-10 minutes, and the last video was 10 minutes, so that would be too much. So yeah, watch it. If you already watched it and you want to watch it again, I would strongly advise you to, now that you know you watch this and you have that understanding of why I created the video in the first place, go watch it and pay attention even closer and see if you can learn something different. And again, ask away, do not hesitate, I'm here to help you. So that's pretty much all for today. Anything that you do, be present, be mindful, see what you can pick up, just absorb. I am a massive believer that you can learn anything from anyone, big, small, old, any color, any culture. I've learned some massive lessons over the course of my life from people that I just met for 5 minutes and I've never seen again. So bring that curiosity, bring that mindset to everything that you do, and your skills and your knowledge and wisdom will grow exponentially. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. I just wanted to share that with you, and look out for the next breakdown video. I'm pretty excited about that, and because I think it's going to be a ton of value for everybody. So I don't like saying goodbye, as always, so I guess I'll just say thank you. Love and peace, my gnocchis. Chef out.